Alright, looks like the notification is out. Welcome back, everybody. We're here with ex-Bowman. The dude trying to become Elden Lord using only crossbows. And as you might be able to tell by what I'm carrying and what I've had equipped, I've been doing a lot of farming off stream. It's taken so long. But on the bright side, if we take a look at my equipment, I've got a lot of bones. It just occurred to me I could totally craft a four-toed fowl foot, I think, with those golden firefly, or golden fowl foot, the golden fireflies and that four-toed fowl foot. Anyway, got a lot of bones, a pretty decent supply of poison bloom, and I've crafted and or purchased a whole lot of ammo. Most of these are maxed out, with a couple of exceptions. Oh. How many frozen crystal buds? 200. These ones are a bit tricky because it takes 3 for every 1 set of bolts I want to make. But yeah. The only thing that I wasn't able to max out ammo in, I think, that you can farm for, obviously I couldn't max out black key bolts in any way, was rotbone bolts. Because I spent like 2.5 hours farming the butterflies for these, and I got like less than 40, I think. There's only so much I could do there. So we're gonna not question it and go back to what we were doing. Because, yeah, that's a lot. Now, I do want to say, it's very handy having these new farming spots, specifically the Palace Approach Ledge Road. Being able to just get the bird across the way to jump off the cliff is 13,000 runes every time, which is a really nice pickup. Oh, you know something? Hang on. Oh, it feels so good to not have to worry about those resources. Anyway, Somber Ancient. Nice. Now, I could try for things like... I could try for, say, rot, for example. But... against Moog, I don't really see it as necessary. However, I do want to pick up a couple of things that will mostly involve fire bolts. It's just a couple of bits and bobs that we never grabbed, from what I can recall. Or at least that I don't remember grabbing. So I can't recall. I think we killed this Erdtree avatar, but I want to check and make sure. There's at least one Erdtree avatar that we have to kill and haven't, because I think it's the Thorny Cracked tier, the one that enhances executive, or, what am I saying? Successive attacks. I just think it'll pair really well with, the pulley crossbow, since it tripped. There we go. Sorry about that. Since the pulley crossbow triple shots, I think it'll benefit a lot from having, oh, whatchamacallit, from having that buff. So we're going to do a couple of optional things that should allow us to take advantage of that. I'm not super worried about runes anymore. That might be it. Nope, that's the ruptured tier. Did I kill the one down there? Pretty sure I got that one, because that one gives the Holy Shrouding tier. Did I ever go back for the one near or near Fort Faroth? Yeah, I did. Okay, hang on. I gotta look something up. I thought I knew where this was. Crystal Tears. I need all of them, not just the DLC. Thorny Cracked Tear. Oh! Huh. For some reason, I thought that was available way earlier in the game. Well, apparently this is in Consecrated Snowfield, so I don't know what I was doing before. This one I should probably use the... Physic. Also, yes, I am aware that I'm heavy right now. Don't worry about it. For a second there, I thought it had somehow gotten Scarlet Rot because of the particle effects when it was charging up its jump. Oh, nice. Counterattack damage. Thorny and Ruptured. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe my brain had made the connection between that Erd Tree Avatar and the one that gives the other Ruptured tier. Keep pumping endurance. Oh, I also picked up a few stray items from the shop. Just stuff that I thought might turn out to be handy. Unfortunately, none of it looks that good with the tier. Alright, this gives a massive buff to Arcane, and I absolutely should have been using it for... I absolutely should have been using it for the Ionian Butterfly grind. Well, I never claimed to be particularly smart. Can I alter the hat that I'm currently wearing? No. Oh, wait. I'm gonna need to take it off anyway. I want the pulley crossbow on. Okay, I got that. We're gonna do a quick little dungeon back in Liurnia to get the talisman for the same buff. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to change up my wondrous physic for now. Wow, even just the blindfold is too much weight. I'm really teetering on the edge here. Where's that cave? Ah, here we are. At the very least, I know what this one is. Is this the right way? Yes, it is. Or at least it looks like it is. I probably should have equipped Flame Cleanse Me for this, but oh well. I think it hasn't figured out that I'm here yet somehow. One sec, folks. I gotta take care of something. Where are my tissues? Sorry about that. There was a spider. It was really distracting me partway through the fight because I thought it was a mosquito. picked up those, and we're gonna get something started that I probably could have started a long time ago. And that's Millicent's quest line. I'm kind of just not really planning to... Oh. Somehow I aggroed a Kindred of Rock. Oh my gosh, that trick shot though. That trick shot, though. I don't know how I aggroed the Kindred of Rot, but I was kind of impressed with its trick shots, so props to it. I love being able to just go wild knowing that I have 600 more in the bag. Seriously though, I have absolutely no idea how I managed to aggro that Kindred of Rot. I guess it's over there and I was just in its line of sight for too long. Didn't know that any part of that path was in there, but it was hitting some sick trick shots. Or, not Kindred of Rot, Clean Rot Knight, what am I saying? Hey you, fix the needle.
I am Gar. I'd hope to strap it. Don't fresh. Should you I will teach. I need your name. Resting. Oh, as go on. Now let me. Well, the work of a true. Can you give me as well, mate?
Oh yeah, we gotta load this area at least once. And I think we have to come here again after we heal Millicent. As sad as it is, I'm probably just going to get Millicent's prosthesis when I round off her quest. If I round off her quest, just because I really don't want to fight the 4 sisters with this build. I would rather have a useless +5 dex and a lower boost than try and fight those 4.
If you my flesh, you are to quell, but
like,
never mind. I would
with a crossbow
simply.
build.
Would you mind? Well,
okay. She passes out.
my apology. Everything, even the night. Not that I could. I'm with the needle, my destiny. It's all thanks. My name is Miller. I'm with the needle, my destiny.
Okay, they're gone.
So I decided I've only perhaps. Well, I must stay.
Alright, bit of a long side quest, but I really didn't want to start the stream off by just curb stomping Moog. And given our supply of bleed bolts, that's absolutely what's going to happen when we fight him. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but dude doesn't really stand a chance here.
And Esther, you've been as thanks at the lost. Oh, indeed. It seems the memory, however, no, as I've is to be.
Okay. Now we hit up the Shaded Castle. Grab Melania's spare arm. It's not guaranteed, but that's what I always kind of assume it is. Oh wait. Did I never pick up the grace there? Holy cow. I guess I just repeatedly did the invasion. I never really had a need to pick up the grace. And I got kind of confused. I really should have spent these runes. Hang on. Let's make a quick pit stop at the round table, buy some fire bolts and bleed bolts. I really want to be able to just Mark of Grace out after I grab the arm rather than dealing with the Clean Rot Knight. Also, it was absolutely the right choice to murder those poor merchants. Because making the return trip for this stuff would have been absolutely terrible. Got full meteor bolts. I never understand how that guy takes so long to notice me from here. I wonder what those guys are called in the game files. Hello, putrid corpses. not night. Okay, took care of that. It's kind of weird that I still have that Volcano Manor request, even though I killed Rykard and the manor has literally been evacuated. Wait, so why is Tanith still showing up here? Thank you for the hydrate, Lastborn.
I suggest I will miss the champion. I always...
Had I just not had one last conversation with her? Ah, yes. Okay, we took care of that. Back to the Erd Tree Gazing Hill to give Millie her right arm. Well, her new right arm. Again, I stand pretty convinced that that's literally just Millennia's spare arm that she left behind.
Ah, in truth, the Scarlet Rose as such, though rather than realize that if I could have ate... Are you giving me? I think it might be... If the arm serves, it might be perhaps that...
Okay. Now off to Dominula, the Windmill Village. To low diff. Godskin Apostle. Although he does have a dodge AI, so won't be able to just pepper him. Can't believe that worked. Oh, that... Holy cow! I didn't realize that blocked projectiles. What the heck? That's so cool. I'm not even mad that I took a death there. I got outplayed. I really didn't know that the spinning blocked projectiles. I just thought I hit the floor when I missed before. Because, yeah, I think it's like 14,000. worth it. And now we take a quick nap, and Millie should show up here. There you are.
Ah, the arm you get feels. Perhaps it is us. I would have you. It is the own.
Alright. And one last hello. She should be by the Snow Valley Ruins side of Grace. I've done this quest a few times.
To think, what could you call upon?
That all of her dialogue?
Searching for a fort to the. I heard them. Indeed, the Caelid tree. I'm searching. I heard.
Okay, and there she goes. So now I won't see her again until she shows up in the Caelid tree. Alright, that should be enough dancing around the issue. The people who want to join have by now. And I'm a bit warmed up, so let's go fight Moog. I genuinely prefer this to the Bullgoat Helm. Anyway. We want the Purifying Tear. Probably be sticking with the Thorny Cracked Tear. I think we should be fine without the Opaline Hard Tear. Don't think we should need the Arrow's Sting. So that should probably either be replaced with Winged Sword or Crimson Seed. I'll throw some poison in the mix. I won't do rot. I'm not frightened enough of Moog to bother spending rot arrows on him. Like, theoretically, could take a couple of tries, but at the same time, this is also one that we could very realistically just do first try and not have to worry about. Alright, well, is everyone ready to be welcomed as an honored guest? I don't know what that guy's... Oh, that person was probably being invaded, which is why I had to deal with that. Which is why they were fighting right out here. And remember, Moog was vindicated. He beat the allegations. And unironically, is probably one of the best leaders left in the Lands Between. It's him and Mesmer fighting for the spot of should probably be Elden Lord if this whole thing was a democracy. Like, as creepy as he is, he inspires loyalty in his followers. His regime has grown stronger when everyone else's has fallen apart more or less. He's making steady progress, and he's inclusive of everyone. He welcomes Tarnished into his people.
Dearest Mikola.
If he wasn't being mind-controlled by Mikola, he would be the best. He would be the leader of the best faction. Right now.
Welcome, honored guest.
Thank you, Moog.
To the birthplace of our dynasty.
Whoa. I didn't realize that was like a giraffe. Okay, I'm being reckless. I'm being very reckless. Time for like 600,000 runes. Hang on, can I like pose with Miquella's hand on my shoulder or something? Because that'd be really funny. Nah. Yeah, this guy gives so many runes, it's insane. Hang on, can I get up to a level where I can keep this suit of armor on? Okay, hold up. If I just scale back my armor set a little bit, honestly, I look better without that. Yeah, see, I really don't like the leggings from this set, just because of those curled up toes. And honestly, the chest piece feels a bit much. It feels a bit awkward. But at the same time, this is the ideal chest piece for this runs. This is the ideal armor set for this run, in my opinion, so it's like kinda hard to pass up. I let a
touch the wither to the realm of icon-picked like us, if you can find them.
I'm not actually gonna bother with you just yet. I kinda want to blitz through the rest of the main game, sans Caelid tree. And I can go down that way whenever. I burned through 100 bolts so fast in that fight. Honestly, if I hadn't missed a few shots early on, I would have had enough to finish it with just the bleed bolts. Come to think of it, hang on. I just realized I can totally get another level real quick. I feel more or less obliged to get my vigor up to 50 before I go past that with stamina. Anyway, step is heading up to the mountaintops of the giants. What do I have on this again? Oh right, I should swap that. Ah well, I can swap it up there. I almost fell down. I probably should have used a rune arc before going into the Moog fight. Honestly, Placidius Sax was gonna be annoying. He might kill me a couple of times just because his damage output is so high. Other than that, I'm not super worried, but he might manage to kill me. I really should pick up the upgrades for the page. But I might save that until it's actually at the point where I plan to use him for specific fights. So that involves a bunch of catacomb crawls. Also, I just realized I never got the other half of the Dectus medallion. Like, it just never happened. Also, I should talk to Gideon. Oh, and I picked up a different dagger in case I ever feel like using Golden Vow on a weapon again. I don't anticipate it, but might as well. Basically just did a bunch of shopping between streams. Okay, let's talk to Melina.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair and death.
I just remembered that little tattoo we gave him on his cheek of a bow and arrow.
A cardinal sin. Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
You know, I've seen some... I think it was a VatiVidya thing that referred to Vike as the real protagonist of Elden Ring, but honestly, if I had to pick someone who was the main character in this game, it's Melina. Like, it really is. She's just got such main character energy. I mean, just about everyone in the game is more of a main character than our character. With the exception of the couple of genuine antagonists. Like Gideon.
Burn for the sake of the new Lord.
No, Melina.
Thank you.
Also, I love how my face was fully covered there by my armor. It's funny, the last 2 runs have been...
The one who walks alongside Flame shall one day meet the road of destined death.
The last 2 times I've been here in a run, I've been doing the Frenzy Flame route. So it's been a very different cutscene. I don't know why I always lean on this arm when I play, but I'm trying to be nice to that armrest because it's getting worn out. I think it's because of where my fingers sit on my controller. This thing's a little bit awkward unless my left is slightly elevated over my right. I should get back in frame. Goodbye, Melina. I miss you. Now, one tricky thing is that we have the stuff to craft sleep bolts. We have 23 St. Trina's lilies, which is enough to craft 230 sleep bolts. We would want to use the arbalest with them if we used them, because, well, the pulley crossbow has a habit of knocking something unconscious and then just wait. The pulley crossbow would tend to knock stuff unconscious and immediately wake up if it procced on the first or second shot. Why can't I Mark of Grace? Oh, it's because I'm trapped. Until I sit at... Because they don't have a secondary way to make you come back here. So if you don't rest at a Grace here, you can theoretically... You could theoretically warp away and get locked out of access to Farum. Hello there. Just not gonna bother with you. I wish there were I wish there were bolts specifically for dragons, because that would be very handy in a few places. Especially later with Bale. Okay, I did swap that around. You know, I just barely realized something. This is a bit of a train of thought, so try and keep up, but it's okay if you don't, in the end. So in Elden Ring, just in terms of enemy capability, there are a lot of bosses with way more mobility than our character. We can just straight up never outrun them if they don't want us to. They can teleport, they can fly, they can leap a quarter mile at a time. It's a lot. Sorry, I want to know if these are solid. They are not. But the thing is, I was questioning why, logically, a boss wouldn't just run away from the boss chamber if they were about to die. Seems like a logical thing if you're being targeted by this warrior who can outfight you but can't outrun you. And sometimes there's a story-based reason for it, but there isn't always. However, as I thought about it, I realized the fog gates might not just be a gameplay mechanic. If we take them in terms of lore, then their golden color is actually pretty significant. Because from a lore perspective, sorry, there's never going to be something else that we use those lilies for, so I figured why not. Come to think of it, hang on. I just realized there are a bunch of those around the apostate derelict that I never picked up. From a lore perspective, the fact that it's gold could indicate that the fog gate's presence is facilitated by the power of grace. The guidance that, or the power that resurrects us when we die, and whatchamacallit, and points us toward the shard bearers and other objectives as we progress through the story. I wonder if this place is actually better for farming rhymed crystal buds. There's less of a run to get just those 2 by trees there, but there are a lot next to Ordina. Anyway, if we look at it from that perspective, then it starts to make a lot more sense, because the fog gates might be real things. Like, they might lock the bosses in with us. Okay. don't really need the extra range. General plan, we go in there, put one of them, probably the skinny guy if we can, to sleep with the arbalest. And then we go ham using the pulley crossbow on the other one. If it can bleed, we can kill it. Dang it. Oh, I got stuck on him. Okay. As annoying as it might be, I think I need to sleep the chonker. I think I need to sleep the big guy. Welcome to the stream, B. I think he's just going to be easier. So how much sleep build-up do these deal? 90. So theoretically, how much should it take to put one of those to sleep? Sorry, Godskin Duo. 251. Like, theoretically, it should be a single, or it should be a single volley from the pulley crossbow to put them to sleep, but obviously that isn't doing it yet. Oh, I forgot to add the death. Oh, it was enough. Never mind. Okay, another one should spawn momentarily. Let's take a second. Buff. Bye. Yeah, see, that's how the first time should have gone, more or less. Admittedly, I used a lot of supplies, but honestly, not too bad, all things considered. One extra level up real quick. Get to a nice even 50 vigor. At some point, by the way, we will have to get an extra point of dexterity. And I wouldn't mind picking up some more faith, but I'm saving that until we have the endurance to wear the full bull goat set. And the dex I'm saving until we actually need it. Thank you for the hydrate, Lastborn. See, I could make more Bloodbone bolts, and it has occurred to me that if there's a fight like Millennia, where I have 2 full health bars to work through, it's probably a good idea to have more Bloodbone bolts, because then I can have both of them as bleed options, rather than just relying on one or the other. Also, at some point soonish, I'm gonna need to resupply on bleed bolts. I'm tearing through those things. Good reason, though. Okay, I'm just done. Well, there goes a rune arc. I should have known I needed to run in order to make that jump. I never go for that jump is the thing. I always go the slow and safe way. Normally. I don't really need to do Alexander's quest this time, so... I feel like it's been a long time, actually, since I did a run where I didn't go to the Halig tree before. Before Farum. So it's been a while since that Dragon Crest Shield +2. Was expected to do literally anything. I can't even remember what that item is over there. I don't think it's important, otherwise I probably would recall. I love that trick. I can never seem to land on the ledge if I go forward, but if I do a little back hop there, it feels really easy. So I think after back hopping, you have a little bit more control over your fall. I don't know why I sent that back down. I'm gonna die. Guys, I don't know why my brain turned off after the Godskin duo fight, but honestly, there were a couple of times where it was turned off during that fight, so I think I'm asking the wrong questions. Let's just throw this on here. Unfortunately, one of the things that weirdly makes Ancient Dragons a lot more difficult than standard ones is Ancient Dragons move somewhat as they use their fire breath. They back up a little bit. Alright. always find it funny the way characters' hair glows in the dark in this game. Okay, I want to take a look at Plassey's stats before I go into his fight. Placid Usax. Or Placidiusax. Also, real quick. Okay, that's why Moog drops so many. I couldn't remember if Plassey was going to be worth using a foul foot on, but I really don't think he will be. He only drops 280,000. And I would have to make one, which I can and should make a foul foot so that I have it when I need it, but I'd rather save a foul foot for folks like Radabeast, maybe Horalu. I can't remember how many runes he drops. Okay. So, Plassey is pretty resistant to almost everything, except pierce damage. So I actually have a relatively straightforward strategy here. There's very little to this strategy, other than just chunking away, well, opening with Rot, and then going nuts with dang it, I can't afford that even if I take off the Arbalest. Going in with Rot and then chunking away with regular bolts. If I feel the need, I can hard swap to bleed, but it probably won't be necessary. Oh. You know, there is one thing that I should do first, actually. Just because it's something that I always like to get out of the way. I got the runes before I even swapped. Okay. I like to deal with him, and I knew that he dropped like a decentish amount of runes, which would be enough to go and help me restock. I don't feel like... Oh! Wow. I kind of forgot that just leaving him here insta-killed him. And Fia is gone. Unless she's in here. But I don't think she is. Okay, some stuff took place. And here I thought I had discovered the secret to keeping everyone in the round table hold alive. Just never talking to any of them. I really should talk to Gideon, though.
The round table, and if the urge in the round. That, with it, one of the last promise, the last of...
The last of the secret rites known only to him.
If whatever... the information you shared, and it is you are the truth. Well, I wonder if he continues, but perhaps Nicholas, though. I'll stay at that. I must learn and see it. How could I come? The pursuit of us, perhaps, is to say, what do you think?
Okay, got a couple of rewards. Nepheli vanished. Oh, it's so dumb. Nope. There we are. Not quite enough to refill fully, but a good number. Alright, let's go fight Plassey. Take the extra teeny bit of armor. So it's going to be holy crossbow for the rot build-up, and then we'll go ahead and swap to the arbalest for the regular bolts. It'll do more damage and it won't burn through our bolts quite as fast, which could be a bit of an important factor. even if it doesn't synergize quite as well with the Thorny tiers, we should still be able to keep up a pretty steady onslaught just because we're able to attack from range. And I'm pretty sure the range... Oh, I thought the range on the Arbalest was going to be better than the Holy Crossbow, but apparently not. Actually, it was kind of okay. You know what? Doing a blindfolded run. That'd be a fun April Fool's joke, just doing a totally normal Elden Ring run, but you give your character a blindfold, so you call it a blindfolded run. Yeah, I could enjoy that. Maybe we'll summon the page for this. Although, honestly, probably shouldn't. Hi, Classy. I always forget that there's actually a cutscene for Plassy going in. Also, I'm amazed that that second neck is still functional, given, well, chunks of it are missing along the windpipe area. Yeah, I won't summon the page. He'll get deleted almost instantly. How is he still not rotted? a lot of rot bolts. See, not too much trouble. Quick and dirty, 300,000 runes. Admittedly, that was a lot of rot bolts. I'm going to take those off the list immediately before I manage to... You take those off the list immediately before I manage to use more of them. Okay. Sneak in one more level up. We're getting closer and closer to being able to run full bull goats. Look at that. 3 pieces out of 4 with no supporting talismans. Honestly, I think I'm okay with the current headband. I could totally improve this by going and getting one of the seals that has no weight to cut down just ever so slightly. Anyway. I think we should go ahead, do one more fight against Malekith, and that'll probably be where we call it a night. I want to look ahead a little bit. Also, I started this stream late, so a 2-hour stream seems pretty reasonable. Also, I'm going to shake up my strategy a little bit. Gotta be honest here, I kind of miss those gauntlets. And I'm curious if they'll make... Oh yeah. There we go. That's a look right there. I actually really like this helmet. Like, it's no nonsense. It's just very direct with what it does. Also, I just realized something. Does the winged sword insignia even help here? Hold up, we're gonna go and do some quick testing on my favorite testing target, because they're surprisingly easy to test stuff on. The main reason that I test against these golems is that they have I think the winged sword is doing literally nothing. Okay, well, kinda sad that I've been wasting a talisman slot on it for a while now. And also that I went through all the trouble of Millicent's questline just to set up getting a better version of it. Alright, Winged Sword, congratulations, you are getting thrown out and never used again. On the one hand, yes, better to know now, but on the other hand, I've been dedicating a talisman slot and a physics slot to that thing. Alright, Malekith, I'm coming for you. So I kind of want to do a Frost strat with Malekith this time. Because Frost is better. Like, pretty objectively, Frost is better than... Bleed. Bleed gives the instant damage, and a lot more enemies, I would say, are weak specifically to it. But Frost gives a... Frost debuffs the enemy's defenses while doing that. Oh my gosh, that was about to hit me. I'm sorry, Malekith, but I think you're getting kinda wrecked here. But, hey, let's see if you manage to turn it around during Phase 2.
Become my blade once more.
I'm gonna shut up now, because the music in this next phase is also really good. I do kind of love that fight nowadays. I hated that one in Tools Only, but I got so absurdly good at it during that I just vibe now. Like, whenever it's going on, I'm never as worried as I should be. Because I have already done what might easily be one of the hardest approaches to that fight. Like, I had to learn that fight and Radagon inside and out in order to be able to beat them Tools Only. And now it's just so good. It's just so satisfying to fight them. Especially when you add not just Tools Only, but for Radagon, I also get a ton of practice at level 1. Because even if you're really good at level 1 Radagon, Elden Beast really messes up level 1 strategies. Elden Beast, like Placiduous Axe, is really easy if you can just tank hits. If you are prepared to get punched in the face by a dragon, you're good. You can beat that boss pretty reliably and consistently. But if you're a level 1 character who is insanely frail for all of the usual level 1 reasons, not so much. It becomes a much bigger issue if you want to fight those high-level beasts. Alright, well, I'm going to take a second and organize my inventory here. I should also... hold on. I'm just going to put all of my markers over here as a reminder to myself that I should go and get the Fire Scorpion charm. And hopefully that'll also help me remember to get the Lightning Scorpion charm, which is in Windham Catacombs. But that was pretty fun. I liked going for the Frost strat. Despite the fact that it's so expensive to try and do, it is a really cool strat. It eases up the use of bleed bolts, and it lets me go for just some straightforward DPS. There's a part of me that wants to do a Law of Causality build at some point. I just think that would be really funny to run through the game. Just hard spamming Law of Causality. Like a 95% damage reduction shield. Okay, I'm going to put down a few notes for myself before I forget, so fire, scorpion, lightning, scorpion, page ashes. So that's all stuff that I want to get taken care of. And to be fair, I think I would have remembered the page ashes on my own. I don't know if I've ever been this easygoing about picking up collectibles. I tend to grab a ton of stuff that I just don't need. Also, I don't think I'm ever going to have the stats to use the Golden Order seal. I might eventually... Oh, hold up. I might eventually decide to get the 14 intelligence needed for the full moon crossbow, but that's literally it. Although, you know what's funny? If the full moon crossbow had intelligence scaling, if it actually gained a buff from its extra stat, instead of just getting split damage, I would use it. I would absolutely use it. I love that I can pull this look off with medium load. I might not even bother going for the full bull goats. Oh, I should level up before I forget. That should be 2 level ups worth, I think. Oh, just barely. 48 runes left over. Still can't manage the full bull goat set, but to be honest, I like this. Like I said before, I like my current look better than this look. Although that is kind of goofy, and I think I kind of just changed my mind for this character. To be honest, there's a good chance that after the fact I go for... that at some point in the DLC I try and pick up the Solitude set. What's the difference in weight? 5.9, 11.3. It's so much. Alright, I should call it there. It has been fun, though. For just like a 2-hour stream or whatever, I'd say we made some good progress. We cleared Moog, Plassey. Well, we cleared Moog and all of Farum Azula. And next time, once we do some upgrading on our page, we'll go ahead and clear Gideon and Horaloo and Radagon. And then we'll probably head into the DLC. I'm kind of avoiding Millennia. I shouldn't, but I am. Just because this build is particularly terrible for her, which means I'm really going to have to play well, and I'd like to give my best attempt at being over-leveled for it. Anyway, thanks everyone for being here. Look at our big tough lad, ex-bowman. This guy's gonna be Elden Lord soon enough. Thank you for the hydrate, Lastborn. In the meantime, yeah, good night to you too, B and Lastborn. I appreciate y'all. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Later, folks.